This new research from OpenAI explains why large language models hallucinate, and everyone who uses ChatGPT, including you and me, should really understand this, because hallucinations aren't a bug waiting to be fixed, they're just part of how these systems work. They're less frequent than they used to be, but they will always be there. If we haven't met, I'm Will, teaching the world's top marketers and businesses about content, social, and AI. Okay, so what are hallucinations? Well, an LLM, like ChatGPT, is trained on huge amounts of text from the internet, books, articles, and then it's fine-tuned with feedback from people, like real humans, rating its answers. And when you ask it something, it's not looking up facts, it's predicting, word by word, the most likely next word. In other words, it's making best guesses. And sometimes those guesses are wrong, but the way it tells you the information is very confident. And that's because AI is trained on a scoring system. That is great, but is flawed. It's rewarded for useful answers and it's penalised for bad ones. Simple as that. But there's no reward for saying, I don't know. Now, there's a good reason for that. If it was rewarded for saying, I don't know, where it lacked certainty, it would say, I don't know, so much that users, including me, wouldn't enjoy using it. We wouldn't find it useful. Do you want an AI that says, I don't know all the time? Or do you want an AI that confidently gives you answers every single time, and now and again, those answers are slightly wrong? Neither is perfect, but the latter is just more usable as a tool and more satisfying as a user experience. Now, layer onto that the competitive landscape in the AI industry. Companies like OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, they're competing on these numbers known as benchmarks. Benchmarks are the test scores that say how powerful a model is, and those numbers are turned into those charts on screens at the big product launches. They're used in headlines, they give confidence to investors and paying subscribers. But in reality, they don't say a lot about how useful the AI is to normal people just trying to get stuff done. The problem is that when you create any scoring system, everybody just wants to optimize for that and win on those scores at all costs. This in the AI industry is known as benchmaxxing, focusing on those high scores instead of what's best for the user. Anyway, can hallucinations ever be eliminated? Probably not. Remember what language model means? Just like weather models or financial models, it's a prediction, and predictions are never 100% accurate. Unless there's a totally new scientific breakthrough beyond the transformer architecture that made ChatGPT and all LLMs possible, hallucinations will just inherently be there. So the onus is on you as a user. Just with sharp knives and bicycles, there's some caution required when using the thing, okay? And you just need to understand that hallucinations are there. They're not a reason not to use AI. They're just a byproduct of a system optimized for confident usefulness. And as long as you know that and you question its outputs accordingly, you're good.